There's a version of Christianity that looks really good from the outside. It looks polite, agreeable, and well-behaved. It knows how to smile at the right times and knows what not to say in public. It knows how to fit in. And it asks almost nothing of you. That's one of the most effective disguises the enemy uses, and it's a tactic quietly exposed in the Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. Not open rebellion, just respectable faith. Here it is. Replace repentance with respectability. Not sin celebrated, not truth denied, just transformation postponed. Lewis shows the enemy working hard to convince people that as long as they look decent, sound reasonable, and avoid embarrassment, everything is fine. There's no need to change or to confess or to even confront sin. Just be nice. In the Screwtape Letters, the demons are thrilled when Christianity becomes a social accessory. Something polite, something private, something that never causes discomfort. They encourage the patient to avoid extremes and blend in socially, keep faith out of uncomfortable spaces, and value reputation over obedience. Lewis understood something deeply ironic. Hell is perfectly happy with a moral person who never repents. Because repentance changes direction. Respectability just manages appearances. So, how's that look today? Well, this tactic feels very familiar. Faith becomes personal, but not public. It becomes meaningful, but not demanding. It's loving, but not confrontational. And it is kind, but never costly. We say things like, I don't want to make waves. Or, I don't want to be that Christian. Or, let's just focus on loving people, guys. And slowly, repentance starts to sound harsh. Conviction starts to sound judgmental. Holiness starts to sound outdated. So we settle for being agreeable instead of being transformed. Well, why does this work so well? Because respectability feels virtuous. It feels mature, balanced, and reasonable. Here's the problem. Respectability doesn't require death to self. Repentance does. Repentance is disruptive. It exposes, it humbles, it changes us from the inside out. Lewis knew the enemy would always prefer a church full of well-mannered people over a church full of repentant ones. Because repentant people don't stay comfortable for long. How do we push back on this? Well, you don't fight this tactic by becoming rude or reckless. You fight it by choosing honesty before image. Real faith looks like confession instead of cover-up, or obedience instead of approval. It looks like truth spoken with love. It looks like holiness pursued quietly and consistently. Repentance isn't about public performance, it's about private surrender. Lewis understood this clearly. God isn't after respectable people, he's after redeemed ones. One of the enemy's most effective lies sounds harmless. Danny, just don't make a scene. But the gospel always makes a scene, inside of us first, because repentance isn't about looking good, it's about becoming new. And new life is rarely tidy, but it is always free. In the next episode, we'll look at another tactic Lewis exposes, community without depth, how staying shallow can keep us from ever being formed. Until then, don't settle for looking good when God is offering something better. If this episode connected with you, share it with someone who might need it. Leave a review wherever you're listening, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next. If you follow me on Substack, you can read the 4-part series on the quiet war for the soul. Type in dannytippett.substack.com. Tippett is spelled T-I-P-P-I-T, same backwards as forwards. Thanks for listening to It Makes Sense. Until next time, keep thinking clearly, living faithfully, and paying attention. God bless.